Hello, welcome to Plus Life, the show that's all about inspiring you to live your best life. Today we're going to hear from pop sensation JORDY about what inspires him.
For people living with HIV, keep being you and ask your doctor about Tarvy. Tarvy is a complete one-pill, once-a-day treatment used for HIV in certain adults. It's not a cure, but with one small pill, Tarvy fights HIV to help you get to and stay undetectable. That's when the amount of virus is so low, it cannot be measured by a lab test. Research shows people who take HIV treatment every day and get to and stay undetectable can no longer transmit HIV through sex.
Serious side effects can occur, including kidney problems and kidney failure. Rare, life-threatening side effects include a buildup of lactic acid and liver problems. Do not take Tarvy if you take dofetilide or rifampin. Tell your doctor about all the medicines and supplements you take if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, or if you have kidney or liver problems, including hepatitis. If you have hepatitis B, do not stop taking Tarvy without talking to your doctor. Common side effects were diarrhea, nausea, and headache.
If you're living with HIV, keep loving who you are and ask your doctor if Tarvy is right for you.
This young man is making amazing music. He is becoming more and more popular. He's headlined his own tour. It's JORDY.
What's up? Hello.
How are you doing stuck inside during this pandemic?
Been cooking and baking way too much. And of course, we've been writing a lot too over Zoom. But I think it's a hard time for everyone. I think that especially artists are putting a lot of pressure on themselves to utilize this time to make hit songs and write books and all of that.
Absolutely. I'm going to get to your baking in a little bit, but interesting point you make there. So, as you said, a lot of people, even though there seems to be more time on our hands, there are a lot of people who feel that pressure. Does that stifle you as an artist in the way you work, or do you thrive under pressure?
I think it's definitely a mix. I think in a lot of ways, the pressure has created some really fun songs that I've been able to write during this time. But I think it's also been, again, like a really good time for me to kind of take a step back.
The new music that you've been creating, is it along the same kind of themes?
It was a really hard year, my first year in LA, and navigating the dating scene here. And I definitely have found this, confidence in writing about being single and being heartbroken and modern dating and online dating. And it's actually funny, there have been some like quarantine FaceTime dates throughout these couple of months just to, keep things spicy, keep things alive. And I wrote a song.
Wait. We're not crossing over that. How does the date thing happen via Zoom? Where are you meeting these people?
I had met someone like right before this whole thing started. So it was like we were immediately thrown into this quarantine, and we were like, we might as well like video chat and have conversation, like have a glass of wine or something on FaceTime or whatever it is.
But I think it's also quite interesting in the regards of, especially in the gay culture, where it is kind of app and text message chat is kind of the way people communicate rather than talking.
In real life, like without quarantine, there's like the hookup scene and the apps and all of that kind of stuff. But when you're forced to just have conversations with someone, I think that it can be a really beautiful thing.
The expression that you put into your music, how therapeutic is it for you?
Oh my God, it's 100% therapy for me to, one, have the opportunity to talk to my co-writers about what's going on in my life, but then to create art out of it is like the most beautiful thing ever. That's very healing for me in a lot of ways.
I imagine then you have quite a direct line of contact with your fans. What sort of reactions do you get from them?
I think it's a lot of, oh my gosh, like I'm feeling the exact same thing. I mean, especially when I put out my first EP, a lot of it was like breakup topics and self-love topics. And then also I've been openly gay ever since I was 15. So I have a lot of those conversations with my fans on social media as well, which is really special.
Well, that's great. I mean, you are absolutely living your truth and who you are, and you do it proudly. At what point did you gain that confidence?
I think it's a mixture of growing up with an incredible family, having incredible friends, amazing teachers who always just pushed me to be my best self and my truest self.
So when you connect with the fans, and especially on the gay topic, what advice do you give to somebody who is not there yet but wants to be and listens to your music and it's hope for them? How do you respond to those fans?
In terms of like coming out and making it a huge announcement, like there are no rules. I think it's just important to, not rush anything and just put yourself in, an environment where you feel your best and you're most comfortable, not judging yourself, being kind to yourself, and just taking your time.
Something else that takes time and love is baking. So let's talk about the banana bread, or as you would say here in America, the banana bread that you have been baking.
Quarantine has provided me a lot of time to, pick up my love for culinary arts. My favorite, easiest thing, it's so easy to make, is banana bread, because you always have those extra bananas that get too brown. And my roommates, they love me, but they hate me because I am providing them with sweet treats.
Jordy, so what happens next for you once quarantine is out? Where do we get to see you? Where do we get to hear you other than online? Do you have plans ahead when this all stops?
There's definitely a lot of plans for more live shows, for sure, once things are up and running. In the meantime, we're going to keep making music for you guys to listen to. And as soon as we can get back on stage and on the road, we will be doing that so that we can all party and sing together.
Well, I look forward to partying and maybe not singing in front of you because no one really wants to hear me sing. Jordy, thank you so much for your time, for joining us.
Thank you so much.